Right, Jane. Just make you host so you can keep an eye on the waiting room for me. Thanks very much. There we go. And then once we start the testimonials, if you could put it onto speaker view. Right, we'll start the recording for here, everybody. Good evening, everybody. I'm really excited about tonight's webinar. Before we get started, maybe do some housekeeping. If everybody could just pop themselves on mute, if you aren't already, and that'll mean that when people are giving us their valuable stories, there won't be any background noise. Right. I think I should say good evening over here because that will save me doing editing. No, I'm just kidding. Right, so tonight I'm really excited about tonight. There's a lot of success in VivaMK, and I'm glad so many of you have joined us tonight to share this. What's really important though, and I do cast my mind back to the last business I was in, is testimonials. Stories for new people who are looking at the business, stories for new people who have got started and reasons to keep going are very important. So tonight I've asked a few people, I've asked people to ask me, and thank you for everybody who did ask. A few people were prodded.
Lynn, you're on mute.
That was my fault. Wait a minute. Oh. That was my fault, Lynn. Sorry. You're not on mute now.
No, I'm on. I'm unmuted.
Lynn is still on mute. Yeah, she is.
No, she isn't.
I haven't now. See, Michael? Technology, jeez.
I didn't know it was that easy to stop you talking.
It is that easy, I'm afraid. I'm not going to give you control anymore. So to go back to how valuable testimonials are for people who are brand new in the business, people who are looking at the business. And at kind of tonight, I asked people to follow the thread that we used to use, which was your name, which is quite obvious, but not to everybody. Your background, you know, what you did before VivaMK, when you joined VivaMK, why you joined VivaMK, and what have you achieved? And hopefully one or two small tips. Now, I'm going to start at star 500, but I'm not forgetting people who are VivaMK stars or people who have just got started. Sometimes they might not be quite so brave. So throughout the tonight, we will have a recognition from your leader, and if anybody at the end who's brand new with a story or anything at all, they can share it. But just for time restraints, we'll start with VivaMK with the volunteers, the star 500, and we'll start with Jeff Bell. And if you could put on a speaker view, Jane, that would be great.
Hi everybody, I'm Jeff Bell. Is Jane going to put me on speaker view, or are we going to stay on gallery?
I've put you on speaker.
It doesn't seem to have worked for some reason. No worries, keep going, no, Jeff. We can.
I'll keep going. Okay. I'm Jeff Bell. I'm 67 next month. Prior to network marketing, I was an engineer working on submarines. I got made redundant. I got a college degree in maths and science. I became a software engineer in avionics. I moved to quality, year 2000 program. I got made redundant. I worked as a quality manager. I resigned. I worked in the pharmaceutical industry. I got made redundant. Do you think there's a theme there? I joined Jenny's Clean Easy business in 2003, first on the South Coast, then Medway and Maidstone in Kent. And we joined VivaMK on the very first day. We were pioneers because we had unfinished business. So we wanted to continue with our customer base, and we wanted to continue in network marketing. We'd been investing in property, and in June last year, we moved up to Hull, 200 miles north, to a house that we'd been renting before. Now we're working to establish a customer base. So we're brand new, but with 17 years experience. And it's been up and down. It's been a roller coaster ride. Do you recall what David Bibby said at the showcase? First, you work very hard and earn a little. Later, you earn a lot for doing a little. Well, we're at the beginning of our journey. And I've just moved to an area where I've actually found people who want to look at our catalogues and buy stuff from it. So I'm very much in a beginner's position. And my top tip is keep in contact with your sponsor. Also, track your efforts. And so have a tracker. And that tracker, and this is something important for sponsors as well as new people, that tracker shouldn't just say how many catalogues you've put out, how many you've collected back, and how many orders you've made, because it can be quite depressing, I can tell you, when you collected 324 catalogues in, but only had £58.50 in orders. I'm getting to that age where if I was an MOT, if I was a car, I would have failed the MOT and be scrapped because I've got no cushioning in my knees anymore. 10 years ago, I could blanket drop merrily. Now I can only do 300 catalogues a week. So I'm tracking that. But what my tracker doesn't show, and what I've not heard people say about trackers, is show how many new customers you get each week. We talk about the numbers, we talk about catalogues in, catalogues out, how many orders, but we never talk about how many new customers. So my £58.50 in week 1 was from 5 customers, but 3 of them were brand new. So that's much more exciting to me than getting 21p a catalogue. So that's my top tip. Keep in contact with your sponsor on a regular basis. I'm talking to Janet almost daily, but also track how many new customers you have, not just how many orders you get. That's me done.
Thank you very much, Jeff. Thank you very much for that, Jeff. That was brilliant. Right now, is there anybody who is at the level of star 500 who would like to share their story before we move on to the next level? No, I'm not going to force anybody. You may be.
I think Trisha was going to speak.
Trisha's highest level was beyond that, I thought. No? Yes? Yes?
500.
Right, then, sorry, Trisha, you're now going to hit star 1,000 because I've got you at that level. I wasn't forgetting you had you at the next level. So brilliant, thank you. I'd like to introduce Trisha Coyle.
Hi, everybody. I'm kind of stuck. I know, calm down. I joined Cleanies in 2018. I think I got to the showcase. It was a Vegas one. I got to that, and then after that, Cleanies went into administration. So I always knew there was something definitely out there. People were saying to me about doing Avon, doing Oriflame, doing all different things, but I knew that Michael was going to bring something, and he brought Viva. So I joined Viva as a pioneer. I'm also an advocate as well. I've reached the level of star 500. I work for the local council. I was working full time, but then things changed with my job and things like that. So I decided to go part time. So Viva's actually helped me to do that. So it has. My top tips would be just be consistent. I do online and I do catalogues as well. I'm just building up my customer base with the catalogues. So I would say last week, can you hear me okay? Can you hear me? So last week I think was probably my best for getting new customers, get 5 new customers, and one of them put a £73 order in. It's just, that was my 4th time back to them, so just keep going back. Always as well, get back for your stragglers, because there's a lot of people that just kind of don't get back for them and you're missing out on orders. I got another £10 order on one of my stragglers, and I put that through last night as well with my order. So just keep at it, and always as well look at who's also looked at your books. Keep a wee track of that, because it means that you know that if they've looked, you can kind of keep going back to them, and eventually they will buy something off you, even if it's only a wee £5 order, but just keep going.
Excellent, Tricia. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tricia. Sorry to the people who were in the waiting room. I get engrossed in the testimonial and I forgot to check the waiting room, but that was fabulous. Thank you, Tricia. What I would say is the people who have just joined us, if I could ask you to mute your mic for us. If you could mute your mic, thank you. The reason for that is I put it on the speaker view for the testimonials, and so that way you won't accidentally get your wee face there. You might get a fright. I don't mean you get a fright in your face. I've been on camera in front of everybody. Right, so that was star 500. Sorry, Tricia, I know you did over 800 one period, so I had you mentally at star 1000. It's a phenomenal result, because very rarely do you do 500. It's always much more than that. But that was brilliant. Thanks very much. Now, star 1000, I'm going to start with our wee Mary Stewart. Mary, can you hear me?
I thought you might do that to me.
Well, I had Tricia in front of you, Tricia and Fiona in front of you, but Fiona's had a wee thing that she might not be able to make it either, unfortunately.
Is there? Fiona's there.
Yes, well, tough. I never seen her. She has to pop in and out, she said. She'll come next. Hi, Mary. This is our wonderful Mary Stewart, everybody.
Thanks. Hi, guys. Well, I am also a VivaMK pioneer. I was with that other company, but hey ho, they've gone. Now, for me, my goal every month is to keep my car on the road. So I need to find money to pay for that. I did have another goal, which I achieved, was to go to New York. My sister and I went there for my birthday, so that was lovely. Always have goals, be they big, small, doesn't matter. Mine's is fairly small, but it's my car. Last night I was sitting at home and a lady texted me. My phone was pinging all night. So I hadn't seen her because she'd been ill, been in the hospital, and she sent me an order for £152. All Christmas items. Happy with that. So today I was out collecting a small customer base, and I got round and I'm thinking, I need £30 off the next 5 books to make a £200 order. And I'm thinking, am I going to get it? Well, the first book I got was £27.50. So yeah, I've got over £200 again to send away. So look out, Michael, it's coming your way. I've got 5 books to go back for on Monday, so that'll be the next order. But hey, have I thought I'm not going to do this? Yes, I have. I really have thought about giving up. But I wouldn't be being bad to myself. What I would be being bad to is the customers I've already got. A lot of them are elderly and they need this more than I do. So just keep going, guys. Whatever happens, just keep going. You'll get there. Thanks.
Brilliant, Mary. Right, Mary, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Well done, Mary.
Bye.
Sorry?
I said, well done, Mary.
All right, sorry, Kate. I need a hearing aid soon. I do know that when Mary joined, she definitely joined for we get a picture of that new car every time she goes and upgrades it. We get the nice wee picture, usually red. Is that right?
Sorry? Oh, it's got to be red, always. It will always be red.
It's always red. It's a great story because the people join the business for different reasons. And apologies if you're in the waiting room. I'm trying to admit people as we're going through it. Now,
I can't do this business without my car though. So my car is vital to me for doing it.
Exactly. And even if it wasn't, it's what you do the business for, and that's what's important, Mary. You're achieving that goal, so well done.
Thanks.
Well done. Now, Kirsty, where's me Kirsty? Kirsty, can you hear me? Where's Kirsty?
Hiya, sorry. I'd come out the room, the kids were screaming.
That's all right. Before we move on, Kirsty, I had wrote you in the wrong place. If you've just joined us, could you? I'll wait. I'll admit the next person.
You should be in prison.
This meeting room Zoom's if you just joined us, could you mute your microphone?
I can't.
Kirsty.
Yeah.
Jamie.
Yeah.
Are you there, Kirsty?
I am, yeah.
I'll put it on speaker view so everybody can see you.
You're upset. Okay, you spend some time.
Have you
There's only 4 of us.
Hiya, Sarah. If you could mute your mic for me, darling, that would be great.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hi,
Right.
Kirsty.
Hiya, thank you.
If you speak, we should be able to see you in a wee minute. Yay! You can see why I've got to edit them a wee bit. Hi, Kirsty. You're going to do a wee testimonial for us.
I'm going to give it a go anyway.
Go, girl.
Well, I've been with VivaMK since May the 16th, so it's a few months now. Before VivaMK, I was a mum of 4 children, the youngest one being just turned 1. My husband works, I was sitting at home thinking, what can I do? I'm sitting here bored, can't really go to work because of the little one. But oh yeah, I contact Kirsty Harrison, which is the one that got me onto VivaMK, and I'm glad I did. Enjoying it all at the moment. Got things going on behind closed doors, but everybody has. I'm really enjoying it. I've got my little catalogue customer base now, so I haven't got the latest catalogues out yet because I've had problems with the lad, but I will get them out next week because kids are off school so they can come and help. So yeah, it's just been a whirlwind at the moment, but I am still going out there doing catalogues, getting them in. I have had another order just for £58. I thought that was catalogue as well. So we are doing what I can. Like I said, the kids are off, so I can get out there next week and they can come and help. Yeah, so the money I've been saving is going towards our holiday next year. Hopefully, fingers crossed, COVID messes off and leaves us alone. If not, we'll keep saving for the following year. But we will get there, and the VivaMK funds and commission is going towards our holiday.
That's brilliant, Kirsty. Let me just put on speaker view, gallery view. Well done, Kirsty. She's a wee bit shy. First time she's done a testimonial.
That was brilliant. Well done.
Thank you.
It was brilliant. Keep an eye on the waiting room. That's my latest job title for me, but that's excellent. It's always great to see people coming outside their comfort zone. So well done for that. Now I'm going to see if Fiona's here for star 1000 because I know she's got another commitment and she's bobbing in and out.
I'm here.
Hiya, Fiona. I'll put on the speaker view. Star 1000, Fiona.
Hiya. Before I start, I'd just really like to welcome Lynn Cole, who's joined my team and is in her first webinar here tonight. So really nice to see her on. Right, I joined Clean Easy about 16 years ago, and just because I needed a part-time income around 3 small children at the time. As life went on, I ended up on my own with 3 small children, so it was essential I had the flexibility. And Clean Easy gave me that, and the whole catalogue network marketing system really suited our lifestyle and enabled me to prioritise the family when I needed to. Consequently, when Clean Easy folded, I became a VivaMK pioneer. We've had a difficult couple of years personally, as well as with the business, which meant that we'd got a dwindling customer base. So our focus at the moment is where we've got customers, we're infill blanketing to try and build those customer bases back up. We sat down and we've written a specific set of goals for what we want to achieve over the next 6 months, and have pretty much been smashing them, which is brilliant. I also have one of my children now homeschooled, so I have him with me all the time, which is great because he gets up and down the drives faster than I do. And so today we picked up a blanket of 150 books. And Jeff will be pleased to hear I have 4 new customers out of that. And we came home with a total just off the blanket drop of £101. And also picked up another £40 from the stragglers from the day before, I think. So yeah, we're well on track for our target this month. And that's where we're going at the moment. And we love being part of this company. It's served our family extremely well and enabled us to survive really as a family. So that's us.
Fantastic, Fiona.
Well done, Fiona.
Well done.
Well done.
Well done. You can see the wee body moving in the background there.
Well, in the car because I've just picked the eldest up from climbing. So
isn't this a business? Fantastic though. You can join in a Zoom and do a testimonial while you're picking up the wee fella. Absolutely.
He's nearly 16 now, and I was pregnant with him when I joined the business.
Oh, there you go. Wow. And I bet he towers over you now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, good luck to you teenagers. Well done, Fiona. That was fantastic. Right, names I've got on the list. Frank Devine, you were going to do a wee quick testimonial for us. Let's put it on the speaker view. Star 1000. I'm still at star 1000. Well done, Fiona.
Okay. Hi, everyone. It's Lindsay. My name's Frank Devine. My background is I've worked for myself now, self-employed for 28 years. A lot of that was initially way back. I joined Cleanies in the mid-90s and did that business for around about 15, 20 years, and then my own personal circumstances changed and I took a break for a few years. Joined Cleanies again just about a year or so before the big change that we're all familiar with. But just like Jeff said, I felt I had unfinished business. So again, I was one of the pioneers with the VivaMK, so I've been there from the beginning. The one thing I would say at the moment, I feel the opportunities never been better, the support, the products, the support even within the network from everyone, the HQ, the network and everything has never been better. So make sure you're making use of that. What else can I say? I've got a customer base. What I did during lockdown there, I sort of fine-tuned it. So I've been working with a smaller customer base, but only about 100 customers. But because of the service and because of the consistency, even during lockdown that I've been giving them, that been producing between £700–800 of orders just from that alone. Do a bit of online stuff, which again, consistent with daily. Don't get as much orders on that as some of the people within the group and so on, but it's still giving me enough that period after period I'm hitting that VivaMK 1000. So that would be one of my top tips, is just be consistent in everything you do. Work out how much time you've got to give to the business. You'll hear different levels of success stories, but it's all about you finding out what your success story is going to be. So work out how much time you've got, and then in that time that you've got, make sure that you're dedicating and consistent. Anything else? Yeah, I think that's really it. Just looking at so be consistent, focus on the service you give to your customers, make use of all the support that's there in the business at the moment in time, and you will get the success you want. Okay.
Fantastic, Frank. Thank you very much. Well done. Gallery view for a minute. Well done, Frank. That was excellent. Really, really good. Right, next person on my wee list. I've got Claire Mayer. As Louise is going to be sharing your story, a wee bit shy later on. So when Louise does her wee bit, and Janet's going to cover Janet Downey, who unfortunately can't attend the webinars, who have missed out. Star 1000, is there anybody out there in the other teams at Star 1000 that would like to share their story, their success story? And I will say you're on mute just in case somebody is shouting out. Sarah Towers, are you putting your hand up? You want to say, just a wee second, I'll put you on the speaker view.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Welcome to the meeting. Thank you for sharing your story.
I've been with VK with my brother. We do it together. That is Stuart. He helps me with the books, and so does his wife as well.
Excellent.
And we work as a team in building.
That's fantastic.
Oh, hold on, Stuart wants to say a few words.
Hello.
Hi there.
VK, Stuart's been with you before, and he's got prizes and stuff before.
Excellent. Well done. Thank you so much for sharing that, Sarah. Thank you so much. Could you do me a wee favour? If you could pop your microphone on to mute for the next person. That was very brave of you. Well
yeah,
done.
that's fine.
Thank you. That was really brave of you. Well done. Right, the next one. Any other Star 1000s want to share?
Star 1000.
Bernadette Bundy.
Bernadette, thank you for shouting. Is that what you were trying to message me, Jeff? Hiya,
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm far away from most of you. I'm over in Ireland, in Southern Ireland. Been with the business since I think was it the beginning of August or mid-August, sometime like that. I've been in 2 full periods. This is my 3rd full period now that I'm in. And the first period, I went Star 1000, which I was quite surprised that I wasn't expecting it. And one of my team members went Star 300 in her first one. In her first joining the group. And then I had another team member that had joined in the first period. She went Star 300 last period. And a new member that joined me, Bridget, she was only in the business 3 weeks because she started in the 2nd week of the period, and she went Star 300. So so all 3 of my team members are stars, and it's like fantastic. So, but I know I was late this evening. I was actually attending a Zoom with Debbie regarding team building because we don't have many distributors over here. And I'm on a mission to change that. I basically want VivaMK. I'm going to start with, I was going to basically aim for 1 in each county. And then I realized there's 32 counties in Ireland. That might be a bit of a stretch. But a friend of mine that was in network marketing, not with Viva, but she was with network marketing. And she said, well, instead of aiming for the counties, aim for the provinces. You have 5 provinces. You know, we've got Ulster, obviously, which is what I'm in. And then you've got 4 others, including Meath, which is the Royal County. So I'm going to basically aim to have a team member in each of the provinces and then spread out within the provinces, basically. So hopefully within the next 5 years, I want everyone in Ireland to know the name VivaMK. I'm using Clean Easy as a bit of a crutch at the moment. People sort of say, oh, never heard of VivaMK. Have you heard of Clean Easy? Yeah, well, this came out of Clean Easy. You know, oh, great, yeah, well, I'll take a catalogue, you know. And when they realise what it is, people are eager for it, you know. So, particularly with lockdown, we've just gone into stage 4 tonight. So basically, there's no catalogues now. So I've got to now step right out of my comfort zone this period and go online. I have a group online, but I've not really been that active, really. I like the catalogues. You know, that's always been my baby, is the catalogues. And no, now I've got to do it online. So, but that's okay. Just have to find a different way of working. But already the team this month, we're only in the first week of the period, and already the team is already Star 300, and it's only week 1.
Excellent.
And I have at least one of the team members is on track for Star 500. She's going to fly it, you know. She's just, you basically just say, go that way, and she's gone. You know, you don't see her for dust. And she loves the business. I love the business. I loved Clean Easy. I was gutted when it went under. But VivaMK, bigger and better, as far as I'm concerned. Sorry, Michael, but it's better. You know, what you've done with VivaMK, it's better than Clean Easy. I really do. And, you know, and thank you so much. It really is. I personally think it is better than Clean Easy. So, you know, that's just my view. But yeah, I just wanted to share that. Anyone can do it. If I can do it, anyone can do it. So
I agree, and I don't think you need to apologise to Michael for saying that VivaMK is better than Clean Easy. That will be music to his ears. Because It definitely is.
We all love Michael.
That's a fantastic story. Well done. And well done. I want to recognise on getting new team members to star 300 and beyond. That's phenomenal. Because
I'm really proud of them all.
Is the duplication. I see, try to keep up with the chat and everything. I'm not very good with technology. Everybody's chatting. I mean, very positive chat. Yes, I've seen somebody saying that VivaMK has risen from the ashes. We do talk about Phoenix from the ashes.
Yeah, well, but my team name is actually Team Phoenix.
Excellent. Well, Phoenix rising from the ashes. Rising from
yeah,
the ashes.
Definitely.
Brilliant. Any other Star 1000s want to share their story? Share. I got a tongue tied there. I'll move on to Star 2000. Louise is going to share Owen's story a little bit because he's shy, but this young lad's done amazing. Louise, do you want to do it now?
Yeah, I can do if you want.
Just be your speaker view. He's very shy. He was brave last week on our Zoom, but he's doing phenomenal. So over to Louise.
Well, Owen joined us in May this year. He works full time at his local supermarket. He also does a lot of charity work in his community as well. And as he just said to me today at lunchtime, he's just extremely busy. But he has, since he joined in May, he has retailed over £1,000 every period. Twice now he's hit Star 2000 as well, and it's all done on his own. He doesn't have a team yet, and it's all really done online. He doesn't have time to really put catalogues out, but he does drop a few to just his immediate neighbourhood sort of thing, families that he knows. So yeah, he's just done absolutely phenomenal. I mean, he's very, very consistent in his group, and he has been from day one. He schedules his posts for when he's working long shifts as well, so he's never missing like a day or an evening without posting. He's also run like little theme days in his group, like he's done just beauty offers, he's done just home cleaning, you know, sort of broke it down into categories, and they've worked really well for him, I have to say. And he's just basically grabbed the opportunity and ran with it, you know. And I just really want to say a massive well done to him, because I don't think he actually realises how well he's doing. So well done, Owen.
Well done, Owen, and thank you very much, Louise. I've just confused everybody else who's doing a wee story for their team in the talk, but I just thought I kind of will stick to what Jane can share some success stories. The only reason I wanted to highlight Owen just now, and I hope you can hear us okay, Owen, I was testing to see you could hear us earlier, is Owen has done absolutely phenomenal. When he has achieved Star 1000, that's been in the region of sales is £1,600, £1,400, and as Louise says, a couple of times on the 2000, and that's from the day he joined online, working his own group really amazingly well. He's the man to get tips from. You might need to come out of your cave tonight, Owen. Thanks so much, Louise, and well done, Owen. Is anybody else out there at Star 2000 that wants to share their story? Remind just you that you will be on mute. I've not got names to volunteer yet, so I will move on. But if you decide at the end that you'd like to share your story, or you sent a chat and I didn't see it, don't worry, we'll sneak in a few ones at the end. Now we're going to go on to the level of Star 3000. And at the top of the list, we're going to start with Jane White.
All right.
Sorry, Jane.
Sorry.
Hi.
Hi everybody, I'm Jane White. Jim and I joined Clean Easy 20 years ago. I was a bank manager and Jim was a heavy goods driver. We were looking for £2,000 a month. That we saw Lynn's story There was an article in one of the newspapers. And we also went to an opportunity meeting and listened to a girl who had 2 young boys, was probably in her early 30s and was earning £800 a month around those children, which to me meant that if she could do it, so could lots of other people. We had looked at other networks, not really know what a network was, but neither of us wanted to sell products. We were happy with a catalogue that we could deliver, and we wanted to make sure that total strangers bought, that we weren't reliant on friends or family. We wanted to make sure it was something that anyone could go out and give to anyone. And to my surprise, because I wasn't a catalogue buyer, people did actually buy. I remember Jim worked shifts, so you see, instead of me being the backup, which I had intended being, every second week I was the only person there to do it. And the first week I had gone out my own with the catalogues. When I collected them, I phoned Jim up and excitedly said, "We've got orders." And there was a pause, and all Jim said was, "Well, you put the catalogues out. I thought that was the object of it, but I really didn't expect to get any." Never mind. So we did earn £2,000 every month, and that was what we wanted. We both had good jobs, and we really just wanted to replace one of the incomes, which we did. We were happy with that. Yes, we could have earned more, but we were happy with what we were earning. And I think that's what everyone, and I suppose that's really one of my top tips then, make a goal or decide what you want to earn and then go out and earn it. If someone that you know thinks you should be earning more, well, that's their goal, that's not yours. You stick to what you want and make sure that you get what you want. That's the important thing. Don't be swayed by the people around you. And yes, when Viva launched, because the products, again, were going to be products that total strangers would buy, that we didn't have to stand and sell to people. I don't like being sold to, and I don't want to do it to anyone else. But we're all different. And that's the important thing, because we all encourage other people to join us, and they're not you. They might want something quite different. So there we are. That's us.
Thank you very much, Jane. That was excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Some people don't know the backgrounds, because we used to do it like as a matter of fact every single week, every single meeting. It's been a long time. It's really good fun. But I'm going to move on swiftly because we've got lots of people coming up. Nigel and Amanda Oliver are next at star 3000 on the speaker view, and it's over to you. Jane, if you could mute yourself, we'll probably see these guys if they say hi.
Hi everyone.
Hiya.
I'm Amanda and this is Nigel. Our story started with Clean Easy in 2004. My brother Jerome Hadley had phoned and said he had a great opportunity and wondered if we would like to know more. He invited us to a barbecue and we signed up there and then. He made us a plan and gave us catalogues and told us to stick at it. Even if we saw other distributors or catalogues, we were to put blinkers on and carry on, which we did. Most of all, be persistent and consistent and never give up. We did exactly what he said. Our reason for joining was we were in a rut and needed something to do. We had looked at other things out there, but nothing had got us fired up until that phone call. What we have achieved, well, we achieved friendship, an income, discipline. We also went gold in our Clean Easy day. So when Clean Easy went, we were in Spain and couldn't believe it. So we were back to where we had started. We listened to everything Michael said. Did we give up? Never. As soon as VivaMK was launched, we joined. My fire was back and has gone from strength to strength. So has our business, and we still were in contact with our customers. Some of them had dwindled away. So when Nigel left his job at Hermes, he went blanket dropping. Then the virus hit, so he had to stop. We waited for Michael to give us the okay to go. Since then, we have gained 300 plus new customers, and it's still rising. We also achieved how to sell online. This we couldn't have done without the help and support of our sponsor, Lynn MacDonald. We also have new team members, Sue and Tony, and Jerome Hadley, my brother, who I would like to say well done to all of you in placing your first order. We also achieved £3,000 personal sales, which our income was £1,002, which now matches Nigel's wage before I sacked him from Hermes. And he achieved this part-time. Next is to match mine so I can sack myself from Hermes and do this full-time. Our tip is make a plan, keep going, even on wet days or no orders. Never ever give up. Orders are like buses, none for a while, then they all come in at once. Thank you, VivaMK, for listening. Any questions?
Absolutely brilliant. Thank you. I've seen Nigel's whole face tonight. Normally he's popping in like this because he's prepping the catalogues. Phenomenal story. Well done, guys. Great tips there. Well done. Absolutely brilliant. And now we have Janet and Steve. Janet Lyle and Steve Reese, also at star 3000. Steve's been delayed, which means Janet will get the floor all to herself. Janet Lyle, if you speak, we'll be able to see your pretty face.
Hi everyone. Like Lynn says, my name's Janet Lyle. Steve, unobtainable tonight, had a problem with his day job, so he's been delayed. But Steve was in Clean Easy from about 20 years ago, and I joined Clean Easy in 2003. And going back to what Fiona said about her son, my son was actually sat in a high chair when Steve and Pam came round to sign us up. And he's now 20, 6'4". What a difference. My major reason for joining Clean Easy at that time was because I wanted to be there for him around school and everything else. He was in a concert band, a youth concert band, and did all sorts of outside activities, and it meant that I could be there and watching him do these things. And that was my major reason for doing that. When Clean Easy went under, as everybody said, absolutely gutted. Couldn't wait, and we were fighting between us to try to salvage something, and never ever gave up hope. And we knew that Michael would do the right thing, which absolutely he has done the right thing there. Throughout the summer, I lost my mum, and that took quite a bit of my time, and I haven't been able to spend the time doing Viva the way I would ordinarily be doing it. And then, of course, you've got COVID in the mix as well. And Steve and I like our holidays as well. So it's a case of a combination of all those things. So in period 9, I decided to work exceptionally hard for a couple of weeks. And the result was we ended up as star 3000. I think we did over 3,500 in a couple of weeks. Jane said something earlier which also resonated with me as well. Make your mind up how much you want to earn, and regardless of what anybody else is doing, stick to what you do. Make a plan, work out how it's achievable, and if you don't know how to make that plan, speak to your most credible upline and work it out. I made a plan, and we're sticking to it, and at the moment everything's going according to plan. But the other thing, how many times have people got a customer base and they're walking past 10, 15 houses or whatever to get to the next customer? This is VivaMK. Those people might have had a Clean Easy catalogue from you, but have they had a VivaMK catalogue from you? And you never know, there might be new people in those houses. It's worth trying them. So get those catalogues out. Don't just go to your customer base. If you've got one, go to everybody that you can go to. And the harder you work, the more you get out of it. And I think that's it for me. Thank you, Lynn.
Excellent, well done, Janet. That special bit of recognition for over £3,500 of sales in 2 weeks. And the good thing is she puts that target up publicly before she goes for it and blew it out the water. Absolutely phenomenal. We're going to Yvonne Miesel. Are you here, Yvonne? Is Yvonne here?
Yes, I'm here.
Ah, brilliant. And we've got another star 3000, Yvonne Miesel.
I did, yeah, almost. So yeah, I joined VivaMK on the 25th of June 2018 and was the first distributor. I was with Clean Easy before, and I wanted to join Viva because I knew it will be something special, and I had to go for it. So obviously I did that. So I achieved various things already in the business. The Outstanding Sponsoring Award for 2019, which actually blew me away. I never expected that. And last period, I cracked also the Viva 3000. I was actually close, only a few pounds away from the 4,000, which I actually couldn't believe. I'm now already over Viva 1,000, already over that. And hit last period as well, the 10K retail club as well. So since Viva, I did more personal development as well. So that built up my confidence as well, start believing in myself as well. And I did learn more about really everything as well. So I started reading more books, listened to Audible, etc., etc. Because I knew what I wanted to achieve. I still haven't achieved everything, but I'm still going for it. And before I joined Viva, I actually played myself a little game. Michael knew about it. I said to him, I'm going to pretend I'm going to book Bryan Adams tickets for the front row. And it actually worked. So I set my mind up to that, to be the first distributor who joined. And that actually showed me that if you set like a goal and you set your mind to it, you can achieve it. And I think you need to be honest with yourself and see what you've done already in the business if you want to achieve certain bits. So, and if you haven't really achieved that yet, have a look at the plan again, or write a plan, and then just go towards it and just keep believing in yourself.
Fantastic. Well done once again on achieving star 3000. I will mention here, because I do know that many of the star 3000s are like Yvonne, touching on the 4,000, or Jane, I believe that you were 4,200 and something. This is our budding premiers, guys. Oh, it's not far away now. Next Go Premier. Anybody else at the level of star 3000 that wants to talk? Bob Hardy, you've not talked. Have you talked yet?
No.
I didn't think you had. Let's hear from the wonderful Bob Hardy.
Good evening, everybody. Yeah, I'm Bob Hardy, and we joined the old business Clean Easy some 21 years ago, and I work it with my wife Rosemary. We live down in Romford, just inside the M25, the old car park, as they call it. Mind you, it's not so bad now because there's not that many people about. But yeah, I do all the legwork. Like Jeff says, they tend to be wearing out a bit at the moment. I deliver the catalogues, collect them in, deliver the orders, generate leads as well, and do sponsoring. Rosemary makes up the catalogues. We work as a team. She does the packs. She turns them around when I bring them in, make sure they're clean and presentable, so that I can put them out the following week. She also posts on Facebook, doing sales on social media and such, and she puts all the orders through and bags up the deliveries for me to get out and do the legwork again. We started, as I say, back 21 years ago with the old Clean Easy. We reached senior distributors, which was a premier ourselves with another premier in our team. And we're working towards, as Lynn's saying, Star 3000s are near to going premier. So that's our target at the moment. Our personal retail, mostly from catalogues, is between £1,500 to £2,000 a period. And we're regularly featuring in the top 20 retailers. We've got a customer base that was initially built with the Clean Easy business. But again, as was mentioned about David Bibby saying, you do a lot for a little, but now hopefully we're getting a lot from doing less. So it's just a few tips really for new distributors. Listen and follow the advice and support from your upline. They've the experience and the knowledge of this business, and they've been there before. They understand what you're going through and facing. When they got started, it's the same for like for you. When retailing, be consistent, have a regular routine, keep good records, and build a good relationship with your customers. Be persistent. Never give up on your stragglers. The catalogues, many good orders come from stragglers. Be persistent and consistent with that. It keeps the losses to a minimum. So I hope that helps. One other point, sorry, is that learn as much as you can. Attend the meetings. Come on the Zooms. We've never missed a conference or showcase in the 21 years that we've been with the business. Michael's shenanigans, we've seen all of those over the years, and so you've got a few stories to tell, and so have you, Lynn. But it's just having fun and learn about the business, and that's what it's all about. We've enjoyed our time so far with it all, and being on the wrong side of 70, then life doesn't get that much easier, but we're enjoying it. So just get into it, get stuck into it. Thank you.
Right, Bob, thanks so much. Excellent, absolutely excellent. Brilliant stories there. I know we can't hear everybody clapping, but so the stories don't have background noise, so it's a bit of a shame. I might do an applaud bit to insert at the end, like they do in the soaps, like the Jeremy Kyle and stuff like that. Before we go on to premiere, I seen Claire Mayer was sending, I did see some of the chats. She was just saying they're great stories, so inspirational. So I don't know, Claire, if you're there, I don't know if you're still too shy to even just say hello. Oh, she's waving. So that means she's still on silent. So that means she's still up for the next person who's going to talk. Claire's going to get our story shared by Louise. So we're going on to premiere. So first of all, Louise, please share your own story, and then you can tell us a wee bit about wee shy Claire Mayer, who's done amazing. It's over to you, Louise.
Okay. Well, I joined Clean Easy in 2015 for the second time. I like to say it kind of found me again, so to speak, because it sort of, well, gave me a purpose at that point in my life. and it was a huge turning point for me back then to have something to focus on. I've always been online with my sales from day one, had my group set up and running, and I still have that very same group today. I have kind of dabbled in catalogues on and off over the last few years, shall we say, but due to all sorts of different issues and things, the online is what works for me. That is what, you know, that's what I'm happiest doing, and that's what works best. So, like others have already said, the main thing is just being consistent in your group, the same as how you're consistent with your blanket drop-in until you pick up that customer base. You've got to be exactly the same in your group. And don't sort of shy away from offering cleaning products in your group, which I know a lot of people do. A lot of people think, well, cleaning products will never sell online, kind of thing. Well, they do. And I think for me, that's always been a huge chunk of my online orders. Obviously, I do a lot of cleaning demos and things as well into my group, so people do see them, and that does encourage them to buy as well. I did have a team in Clean Easy as well, but the closest I ever got, I think, was 18% in Clean Easy, and I was really focused on gold actually, but then obviously things happen. So really, since the start of Viva, I kind of just gave myself a kick up the bum and just said, if you're not going to run with this, then there's no point doing it. So I've kind of just kept going and going, building up my team. I've had some people rejoin that were in my team in Clean Easy, Kirsty and Debbie, and it's just been really good, yeah. And one tip I'm going to give actually to anybody who is just building a team or has got a team, don't be frightened to set up a team chat. I was talking to somebody about this yesterday, this is why I'm going to say this. If you set up a little team chat on Messenger, it really boosts morale within your team. Everybody can sort of get to know one another easier and quicker, because you do have to bear in mind we're all working away on our own. And I think especially just now when people are more isolated and stuff, it has been a massive boost. You know, we spoke about Owen earlier, and just when Owen posts like that he's ordered again, or he's got blast cans flying out the door and things like that, you know, it spurs people on as well. It's a great encouragement to people. So always do what you can to be involved with your team every single day, and to keep them all engaged with one another as well. And I mean, tips for online, I would just say, just go for it. Don't shy away from advertising anything. Post every single day, schedule posts, you know, use Marketplace, use your groups, and just constantly build up your group numbers as well, because it's not just about selling products. You need to keep building your group numbers the same as you would keep wanting to grow a new customer base with catalogues, and just go for it, really. Yep.
Absolutely brilliant. Well done. I'm not forgetting about Claire, but I want to just say well done first of all to you.
Thank you.
An amazing achievement, absolutely brilliant. And so Claire's at star 1000, but she was the top new person for 2019 for VivaMK. So you've got to share a wee bit about her background.
That's right, yeah. She's not been very well recently, I think, as well, so that's why she's not feeling up to speaking tonight. But Claire has come out of her comfort zone so much since joining VivaMK. She's still shy, but she works really hard. She's so consistent in her group. She's excellent with her customers, and she's actually a massive support to me personally as well, and she's a great support to the team. She's always encouraging people, encouraging them to step out their comfort zones as well, and always the first to kind of step up and offer a bit of advice and things like that. So, and I massively appreciate that. Claire has her own ironing business, which I take my hat off to her for, because I didn't know what an iron is. So Yeah, she works very, very hard at that. She has a lot of loyal customers at that. But with Viva, like myself, she does it all online. She has a few very local sort of neighbours that get catalogues and stuff, and like I do as well, she offers to post out catalogues to people in our group, and drop them off to people that are local if they request one as well. But she came to our first Viva conference, actually the one that she won the award at, and that was a massive turning point for Claire. Obviously getting that award was a huge confidence boost, and I'll never ever forget her face when she stood up and she went, "You knew about that?" And I was like, "No, never." But even on the train home, she was just like, "Thank you so much for bringing me along and telling me I would enjoy it." You know, absolutely loved it. So if you haven't been to an event yet, then you need to get yourself to one, because you can't really put into words. You just can't explain it. But yeah, she follows the system. She's very consistent in our group. She'll schedule posts when she knows she's going to be busy with her ironing. She also looks after her gran as well, so she's a busy lady as well. But and she became a granny as well last year, so she's been kept going. So she just, yeah, I can see her smiling away there. This is really weird talking about you when you're sitting listening to me.
So young.
But yeah, I'm just really proud of her, actually, because I know sometimes it takes a lot for her to come out of her comfort zone and stuff, but she's doing amazingly well. So well done, Claire.
Well done, Claire, and well done, Louise.
Thank you.
Fantastic story. Our goal is to get her out of that wee comfort zone. Now, Jane, that reminds me, you wanted to just quickly share Janet Downey's story, because she's a carer. Well, I'll let you share her story just very briefly, because she's not able to come on the Zooms, and she's star 1000. And then we'll go back to the premiers.
Yeah.
The drum roll. Are you there, Jane?
Janet looks after her mum and her aunt and uncle, all of whom have quite a debilitating illness. They all live in their own houses, so she has her own house, and she doesn't drive, so she has to walk. She cooks for them, she cleans for them. They need a lot of care. And last period she did £1,290. Some of it with catalogues, I know. And then she turns around and says, "I wish I could do more." I think she does really, really well. So yes, she does mostly catalogues, but she does do online as well. She's such a nice person, so she has a really good customer base. She looks after her people well, whether it's online. A lot of the people she's built up, it's quite obvious, she's built up a relationship with, and my hat goes off to her. Well done, Janet.
Hat goes off to Janet as well. That's why we wanted to make sure we shared her story, and the reason is she hates it as well, because she's very social. She loves the Zooms, but at the moment the caring role is clashing with the Zoom. So she's well done, Janet. So we're going to go. We have Jeff and Ali. Are you guys here? Jeff Locke and Ali Lloyd, the premiers. Are you there, guys? Still?
Yeah, I'm here. Jeff's wandered off, but I'm here.
Yeah, let me just put you on the speaker view, and it's over to you, Ali.
Okay, well, hello. Like most of the other people here, I joined Clean Easy in 2009. I was a student at that point, so anything I did had to be like mega flexible around, getting to and from uni and doing all my work and stuff. But I also wanted a way of getting out and about, doing some exercise, that kind of thing too. So I didn't want to be, stuck in an office or behind a counter or that kind of thing. So the blanket dropping was really good for that. At that point, Jeff had a job. But then he lost that the January of the following year. He was very skeptical to start with. He said, "No, don't touch it with a barge pole," all that kind of thing. So I just got on with it, said, "Tough, I'm doing it anyway," and proved to him that it worked. And then when he lost his job, he came on board and he said, "Okay, let's see if this really does work." And he started doing it for himself. somewhere completely different away from me, just so he could prove to himself that this catalogue thing really did work. As we all know, has already been spoken about, Clean Easy went a couple of years ago, so we joined up as pioneers with Viva, totally supporting Michael with that, because we knew that whatever he came up with was going to be a good thing. We've been top retailers right from the start. We've reached Premier with our team and on our own. We've got 2 team members. We lost one earlier this year. Unfortunately, she died after a very sort of short illness. So we've got 2 team members left. They've both done Star 500 last period, which is their first time, so we're really proud of them for doing that. They were in Clean Easy too. They stuck with us, came with us. We dragged them along kicking and screaming. They're pioneers as well. All of my tips have already been said. You know, this sort of kind of coming in last. How we can talk about tracking and goal setting and being consistent. And yes, Jeff, wherever you are, we write down our new customers as well. So our tracking chart has got retail as well as catalogues and new customers, so we do that too. So Jeff said that his tip would be to have a reason why, to know why you're doing it in the first place, to know what is going to get you out of bed on the dark, rainy, cold mornings and get out there with your catalogues when you really don't feel like it. You've got to have that burning desire within you. You've got to know why you're doing it in the first place. For me, I agree completely with that. But to be different, I'd say also, along with going to conferences like Bob said, you know, we don't miss any either. I'd say also read. The personal development has been really important to both of us, and especially me. During our whole network marketing sort of lifestyle, as being introduced to all the books and the sort of the philosophies. And if there's an area of in yourself that you want to improve, so like confidence, for example, there's been several shy people tonight, like Jeff, you know, he's wandered off because he didn't want to talk on this tonight, left me to it. So if you want to work on your confidence, go and get a book or be recommended a book about self-confidence, for example, and read about it and develop and you know, learn sort of how to come out of your comfort zone and how to grow and develop. And that's my waffly tip. And I think that's us.
Fantastic. And just to for the people who don't know you, this is your full-time business, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, since I graduated and Jeff left his job, yes, we do this full time.
So this is a full-time business. Phenomenal results there. Brilliant. Well done. And maybe just recognise your 2 team members at Star 500 so they can hear their names.
Neither are on tonight, but one of them
they might watch in the future if we keep names.
Okay. Richard and Jane.
Well done, Richard and Jane. Well done. And the next premier I know that's on tonight is our wonderful, we don't know what he's going to get up to, Mr. Jeff Owen.
I'm going to do exactly what you said, Lynn. Can you hear me? Yeah, good. I'm going to keep to the script. My name's Jeff Owen, live in Birmingham, come from Stoke, that's why I speak funny. What did I do before VivaMK? I was in the Air Force, but I got involved with network marketing. First one was Quorum, house alarms, personal attack alarms, and did that for about 12 months. Sold one alarm for £17. And then I got involved with Forever Living products, really good products, and did that for 6 months, sold nothing, spent a fortune. And then I thought, oh, how can I get customers? I thought, if I go with this Clean Easy catalogue, go to the door, somebody comes with a rash on the hand, I say, I've got just the thing for you. And that was one of the reasons I started doing Clean Easy, to try and get FLP customers. And the first time I put catalogues out, 150 catalogues, got about £62 of order, or £62. And I thought, it's not a lot, but I've got orders without seeing a customer. Deliver the products, saw the customer, said, thank you very much. And it was years later when I was at a meeting in London, they asked me to do a testimonial, and I realised that in 3 hours of Clean Easy, I'd made more than in 18 months of 2 other networks. And I thought, oh, I think Clean Easy is going to work. So then got stuck into Clean Easy, built it up, and mainly on the catalogue side. There was no bloody computers in them days, so that was 1996, so there was no online stuff. And just built it up, started to build a team. The team fizzled away, and there was me and 1 other left, and we got to like the equivalent of the star 1,000. And then I had a new boss at work who I just couldn't get on with, treating his staff worse than the students that we had. And I thought, I've got to get out of here. So then I just got stuck into Clean Easy, and within 14 months, my income had gone from about £300 to £2,500, which enabled me to say, thank you very much, RAF, I'm off. And looked at it, that Clean Easy was sending me on Caribbean cruises, and it looks like I'm still there. And the RAF were sending me to war. And I thought, yes, that's it, I'm off. So I packed in work 20 years ago and just carried on doing Clean Easy, built it up, and it was nice and simple. No selling involved, which is what I liked. And then computers did come in, but didn't get involved with the online side till quite a few years ago. And then obviously we know Clean Easy went down, and looked at all the other things. And I did have a dabble with Oriflame. That's, I'm not hiding anything here. And I just couldn't get into the makeup and buying the catalogues all the time and expensive products. And we wanted something that we knew people would buy, want, need and can afford, which is what we said with Clean Easy, and that's what VivaMK provided. And that is the key to this business. Many of you have said previously that VivaMK is better than Clean Easy, and it is, because we say we're in control, and we are more in control than ever. Michael is the control man, he's the man at the top. For the first time in 20 odd years, he's in control. Anything that goes right, he gets a tick in the box. Anything that goes wrong, we can only blame Michael and not Findel, JR, Fairpack, and all sorts of Michael. But he's brought in the advocates, the beauty queens, that's what I call you ladies, the beauty queens and the sparkly team. So we all work as one team, which is what it is. It's the VivaMK team. And so that's why I got involved with VivaMK, because I could see the potential. Clean Easy had taken a lot of years to get to the level it was at. VivaMK can do that, but a lot quicker. And then, so that's that bit. And tips, you asked for tips at the end. I've actually got one tip here. It's more of a warning. And some of you might go, oh, you can't say that, but I'm going to say it. Things are going really well at the moment. Everybody's retail is going up. So what you've got to bear in mind is don't take this retail growth as business growth. This is just seasonal retail growth, like every other retail business, every other retail shop. They have that surge before Christmas. But you can use it to your advantage. And I've been doing this the last few weeks, and somebody, I can't remember who mentioned it, as blanket drop. And I know Jeff and Ali just do that continuously, and they're topping up that customer base. Customers are what are going to build your business. And the only way to find customers in this is blanket dropping or more posts on Facebook. If you're limited with time, just do, and I think as Janet said, in between your customers. And that's what I've done for the last few weeks. I've picked up more customers, and I admit I haven't done it this week because 2 cars through an MOT. I'm nearly there, just a clutch change tomorrow. And the works van that I reversed into another truck, I had to get that repaired. So it's been a busy day with vehicles this week. So that's tip one, keep building your business, because what you want is when it comes to January, February, you want to still have the retail figures and the team figures what you've got now. Don't dip after Christmas. Build now for 2021. Tip two, always look, and I've said this in our team quite a few times, is if you want to build your business, people said you've got to have a reason why, but look at what you are doing now. Every few minutes, I say, what you are doing, is that going to help to move your business forward, or is it just doing it for the sake of doing it? And you've got to aim for whatever it is you want, have a big goal. And anybody can say they can help you in this business. They can say, oh, we'll help you do this, we'll help you do that. But there's only one person who's going to really, truly help you. And all you need to do to find that person is just go and look for the nearest mirror, look in that mirror, and the person who's going to turn your business around is the one who's looking back at you. Some of you might not like the person who's looking back at you, but that is what you've got to do. So that's 3 tips. I'm not getting any more detail than that because, Scott, I have had your message. Yes, I will speak on your next Zoom and I'll put more meat on the bones there. It's just been a busy week this week. Haven't been able to reply to you. And I think that's it, Lynn. I might have lied about the 3 minutes.
No, that was fantastic. Time doesn't matter. I do apologise, we are running late, but I think it's been very, very worth it. Well done, Jeff. One more Premier. I think I've seen Emma McKeldin coming on. Would that be right? Are you there, Emma?
Hello.
Are you there? Hi, Ava. Congratulations on achieving Premier.
Thank you.
It's a little bit impromptu, but do you mind just doing a wee quick short testimonial for us?
Yeah, wasn't expecting this, so on the spot. Yeah, just want to say thank you to all the team actually. So it is just about pulling together and working together as a team. So I know we have got some massive retailers on here, so you can achieve that on your own, obviously. But it is, as we say, working together, and we are stronger together, and it is just about supporting each other. So apologies, I was just sorting out my dinner.
What's your background, Emma?
So Clean Easy 2007. So got up to senior, I think it was ages ago. But yeah, so joined day one Premier, part of the beauty team, loving it, love our little beauty family and the shenanigans, as Michael would say, that we get up to. What goes on in WhatsApp stays on in WhatsApp. So yeah, just loving it. But
fantastic, well done. Sorry it's impromptu, but I've seen your name and I remembered seeing it on the recognition, so I couldn't let it go without getting a few words from you. So thanks very much.
Thank you.
And well done. Hang on, my laptop wants to tell me something I don't want to see. Well done, Emma. And just one more person. Unless somebody else is on that wants to volunteer, but I don't think there is anybody else at Bronze Premier who's on tonight. I'm going to introduce the lovely Kate Forbes, who's going to do a testimonial at Bronze Premier. Well done, Kate. And I'll just get it on the speaker view. And it's over to you.
Thank you very much. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah, because I've just taken my earphones out and for some reason I can't hear the screen at all, so I'll just bear with it anyway. So the first thing I would like to say, just following up on something Ali said there, if you have a partner or a member of your family or your whole family that doesn't believe in what you're doing, just persevere with it. I was the original negative partner when Tom announced in 1999 that we were going to do Clean Easy. I didn't want any part of it at all because we had previously been in another network marketing company for 7 years. We'd made no money. We made lots of friends that we still have. We got lots of experience. We did lots of personal development, but we didn't make any money at all. And I must admit that when Tom joined Clean Easy, he did it on his own. He signed the form on his own on a Friday night, the day before we were going on holiday for a week. And I did think, you know, his kit hadn't arrived or anything because he'd signed up on the Friday night, we went away on the Saturday, and I thought, when we come back, hopefully he'll have forgotten all about this. But the day that we came back from holiday, we had to come back a couple of hours early because, excuse me a minute till I shut the door, we were going to a 40th birthday party of somebody in our team from the previous business. And I didn't want to go, but Tom wanted to go because he knew that our sponsor from the previous company, who had signed up in Clean Easy in another team the same day as he had, would be at the party as well, and he wanted to sponsor first. So we went to the party, and by the time we came home from the party, without having put a catalogue out, Tom had sponsored 3 people. And they went on and retailed, you know, a lot of retail. They were waiting for a retail opportunity, really, which I wasn't at all. So I still thought, I'm not going to help Tom at all here. He's on his own with this. I've told him how I feel and stuff. And the first thing that happened was I came home from work one day and there was all this money on the coffee table, and I said, what's that? And he said, can you bank that tomorrow? He said, because I've sent, the Clean Easy order came today. At that time you had to send your order by post with a cheque, and the object was that you had to turn the money around before your cheque was cashed. So he asked me to bank the money, and I very grudgingly did it, you know, thinking this has nothing to do with me, but I'll bank it anyway because I don't want it lying on the table. And the next thing that happened was he started asking me to help him to prep the catalogues. Now, at the time, we were both very, very busy. I worked in the NHS as a scientific officer in blood transfusion. I did on call. I was really, really busy. Really, you know, I was working 60, 70 hours a week, starting early in the morning, finishing late at night and stuff like that. And he worked in financial services, so he started mid-morning, but he sometimes didn't finish till 10 o'clock at night. So we hardly ever saw each other, which was another reason why I didn't want the little bit of time that we had taken up with a business. So he asked me if I would make up 50 catalogues for him every week with a Monday day slip on them. And I thought, right, okay, if it makes him happy, I'll do that. So I did that, and that was fine. And then after a few weeks, he said to me, I can't pick these books up on Monday this week because I've got a meeting in such and such an area. I'm not going to be here on Monday night when I finish work. So you'll need to put a Tuesday slip on them. And I just threw the toys out the corner. I just was really annoyed. I thought, this is ridiculous. He's really asking for a big commitment here. I had to print Wednesday slips or something, or Tuesday slips. Wasn't happy. But anyway, long story short, after it really had done 2 weeks worth of work when he came back from that holiday, and I think we'd done 13% or something at the time. The following month, the first full month in Clean Easy, he had made on his own enough money to pay our mortgage. Now, we were paying the mortgage, we both had jobs, but the fact that he could make that amount of money in 6 weeks in Clean Easy to pay our mortgage made a massive difference to us. And at that point, I thought, how well could we do if I start to help him a bit more and stop being so grumpy about it? So I did start to help him. We went gold distributor in 15 weeks. Things started to get a bit easier because we had extra money coming in from the business, and we still both had jobs. And then very suddenly, exactly a year after he'd started Clean Easy, he parted company with his boss very suddenly on a Saturday afternoon. And I still remember this. And I even remember the name of the person he was speaking to on the phone. He was making phone calls to leads. We were advertising. He was phoning all these leads. I was doing the dishes. He was on the phone. And his script was, you know, I work for a financial services company and I work my business part-time, The door went, he went to the door. His ex-boss was there with his stuff in a box from the office. There was an altercation, after which the man was asked to leave our house. Tom shut the door, came back in and said to me, now what do we do? And I said, get back in the phone and I'll order catalogues. And it was as simple as that. There was no decision to make. As simple as that. I'll order more catalogues, you get back on the phone. So he goes back on the phone to the next person and he said, until very recently I worked for a financial services organisation and now I'm full-time in my business. And I just knew at that actual moment, this is going to be okay. So we went on, we decided we had to work really, really hard. I was actually putting a comment on Facebook today about this actually, that for the following 6 months we did 1,200 catalogues a week. We did 200 books a day, 6 days a week for 6 months. I was still working. Tom was now full-time in the business. I had to make catalogues up at 2 in the morning so they were ready for him for the next day. And in 6 months, we qualified at senior in the business. We qualified for a trip to Monte Carlo, and that was the first of 4 trips that we qualified for with Clean Easy. Long story short, we also qualified for South Africa a couple of years later. We qualified for Krakow, we qualified for Las Vegas. We had a fantastic time in Clean Easy. I eventually went full time as well once I had my son. And growing up, it's all he ever knew was that we were free to go to every school event, everything that we had to be at. We didn't have to ask for time off. We were full time in the business. We were both able to sit with our parents as they passed away. Just all these things that have got nothing to do with money and everything to do with freedom and time. And that's what it is for us. So when Clean Easy went, very, very suddenly to us, really, I mean, we wasn't really on the agenda at all, but we immediately knew that Michael would come up with something and Lynn would help him. And, we knew that while they were away working on building up a new business, what could we do? What were we in control of? And the only thing we were in control of at the time was trying to keep the teams on side. So Jane and I got together and we ran the webinar, and Lynn's team every week when Lynn was away helping Michael and stuff. And when Viva started again, we were pioneers in Viva, we were advocates in Viva, and we've just had a brilliant time with it. We've had an absolutely fantastic time. What we always did, always, was keep the customers informed, and that's my second tip. First tip is, if you have a negative family member or a negative partner, prove them wrong in a nice way, prove them wrong, get them on side, and they will be on side because they know it works and they know there's an excitement there and there's a realisation there that there is something there. There definitely is something there. Second tip is keep your customers informed, keep your team on side with you, communicate. That's the second thing. So we work with newsletters. We had to tell the customers in a newsletter what had happened to Clean Easy. When Viva started, we had a very small catalogue. This is the reason why the catalogue's very small. It's a brand new business. Please support us, and they did. We looked after our customers look after us. And it's proved time and time again. Fast forward 2 years, in period 10, when the Christmas catalogue came out, a couple of months ago, customers were waiting for it, they were asking for it. They didn't want to be in the shops over Christmas this year with masks on, feeling uncomfortable in shops. They want to buy at home. They want to buy from us at home because they trust us. The best pickup we had in period 10 was £413 from 23 catalogues. That's £17.20 a book. Even for us, that's a massive, massive, massive return. It won't always be like that, but to our immense surprise, we did over £3,000 of personal retail in period 10. We did a little bit of blanket dropping. 2 years ago when we started Viva, we decided to blanket drop, build up the base again. It was very, very slow. The returns were very, very, very low from blanket drops because nobody had ever heard of this company. And now, blanket dropping, nobody's ever heard of this company either, but now we've got 4 catalogues, 5 catalogues in the pack, and they're buying. They see it, they're buying. You put it in front of them, you go back when you say you will, you're back for your stragglers. They see that you've got something there, you've got an opportunity as well. It's I totally agree with anybody who's said so far tonight that Viva is turning out to be a better company than Clean Easy was. It is purely because of the trust. Our customers trust us. The distributor network trusts each other. We trust Michael implicitly to get it right. Angela Hill, what a godsend Angela Hill is as well. Absolutely fantastic. So I've talked for way too long. So those are my 2 tips. If you have somebody that's negative, don't slag them off, dismiss them, be nasty, fall out with them or anything like that. Just prove that it works. Just prove that you're right and it works. Don't rub their face in it. Just prove that it works and communicate with your team, your upline, the company, your customers. Look after them, they look after you. That's all. And can I just say before I finish how proud I am of everybody in my team, Team Velocity tonight, that has spoken and given their time tonight and shared with us, because it's absolutely phenomenal. Just what a fantastic business. That's it. Well done, everybody.
Fantastic, Kate. Well done. Thank you so much, Kate. Well done. Absolutely phenomenal. And before I pass you on to Michael, it's really interesting. I mean, that you hear stories of people doing £5,000 personal retail. Kate's target wasn't 3,000. That just happened by accident by doing what she normally does and looking after these customers. Fantastic stories. Really hoping that we're going to be able to put them into a few little shortened videos, and we'll be able to use them for prospecting, for prospecting, for new people. The whole video will be available. If you're good at editing, you can put it into short videos yourself. If you're not good at editing, I will post them individually, a few at a time, try and mix and match them. But I think these stories will be phenomenal for growing the business. So thanks to each and every one of you who contributed tonight, who shared your story. I know some of you were coming from one meeting and popping on to another one just to share your story. I really appreciate it. And I know we've ran late, but I do think this is one time it's been really worth it. And over to you, Michael, to close the meeting and just say a few words. You don't like to say too much because you're live tomorrow anyway. I appreciate you sitting through this hour and a half with us.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Bye. Here's wine.
No, in my humble opinion, one of the best Zooms that I've attended, because we just simply heard from real people building the business, from where they've come from and why they're doing it. And I guess for me, people, strangely enough, ask me often what my reason why is, and strangely somebody was asking me only earlier today, and my reason why is this. Clean Easy, I had challenges for many years, and it took many years to get to that terrible position where I had to put into administration, but that was my job as the managing director. I had to do the right thing. But in all those years in Clean Easy, I always used to think, what would I do if I had this ultimate control of the business? What would I do? How would I do it? What kind of things would we involve? What would we say to people? How would we connect people? How would we partner with people? Every single thing that I couldn't do simply being a director of a public limited company. So when it became a private limited company, and that only happened because many of the people listening here today, many of the people that really wanted something to happen, these people being the reason why, when we became the private limited company, it meant that all those years, all the things that I really wanted to do, we were able to do, like involve people, connect people, be straight with people. When you know what was hitting the fan, tell people, and just involve them every step of the way. Everything, there's so much we have done in the last 2 years, which has come directly from the network, your ideas and your directions. And, in Clean Easy, and remember, I was a director for many years in Clean Easy, there was this huge disregard for what the network had to say, because somebody corporately always knew or thought they were doing better, saying better qualified, which was rubbish, because you have to listen to the people at the coalface. So when, the thanks for VivaMK is down to people who stayed the course, who were, being very supportive and encouraging at the time when Clean Easy was having its challenges. For people here that supported the dream all the way along, all we're doing now is all the things that I always wanted to do for all those years in Clean Easy. That's what we're doing. Whether it's advocates or whether it's the Sparkle team or whether it's the beauty brand directors, you may think those aren't big things, but they're huge things, because I wanted to do things like that years and years and years ago. It was either leaders who didn't appreciate it in the network who always kiboshed it, or it was corporate people who always kiboshed it. Now, I'm in that position where I always wondered what it would be like. So my reason why is exactly everything you've heard today. Those are my reasons why. I'm not doing it for the money. I don't really need that. I'm not really that interested in that, because, at the end of the day, everybody can go and make money and work very long hours doing it. But if you do something you love, they say that you don't work another day. And I know myself and the team work 24 hours sometimes, or every hour we've got, and it doesn't feel like that. I know damn well that I can, much to their annoyance sometimes, contact a member of the team at 10 o'clock on a Sunday night, and I'll get a response at 2 minutes past 10. That was unheard of before. So to finish off, brilliant meeting today. One of the best I've actually attended on Zoom, because real people telling their stories from across the board, and real success stories, real happenings from a company that, you know, a year ago we launched, like I keep saying, one catalog with 20 pages and 40 products. We've come from there to where we are now, and finishing period 10, one of the most successful periods we've had, and most successful per head sales of a Christmas catalog that I've seen in many years, probably a decade now. So that's my reason why, everything you've heard today. And really what we've got in VivaMK is all the things that I always wanted to do in all my years in Clean Easy, but just couldn't do it because it was a corporate, public limited company, and you can't do half the things that we do today. Half the things I say to you in emails, I would have got fired years ago for saying those. Everything was controlled. Today, just me and you, and that's the way it's always going to be, and that's my reason why. So thank you for listening today. We've got some more things to launch tomorrow, so keep a watch out for the live, and one by one and brick by brick, you know, we'll carry on building this, but building it to just what I always wanted all those years. Everything you see, no matter what is being launched, is something that I wanted to do somewhere along the way. So anyway, thanks everybody. Brilliant Zoom. Well done, Lynn. Absolutely fantastic story.
Fantastic, Michael. Thanks very much. I hope it comes out okay in the video. I just realised at the last minute you weren't on speaker view, but I could see you, so I hope the video does. I'm pretty sure the video will sort out. That was brilliant. I won't keep you all any longer. There's some fantastic stories here tonight. If anybody wants to ask anybody who did a testimonial tonight any questions, when I post this video, just ask away. This is a business where, as you've heard over and over, it's teamwork. It makes the dream work. It wasn't meant to be all Clean Easy as it ended up being, but we have risen from the ashes of Clean Easy, and it is Phoenix for the ashes, but that wasn't intended, but that is the stories that the people have. But I do want to end on something for the new people. There's lots and lots of brand new customers, non-Clean Easy. There's VivaMK customers, lots of blanket drops going on, cold tea houses with VivaMK. I think it was maybe Ali and Jeff had mentioned doing the blanket drops, but I do want to point out that every single person with a success retail story in VivaMK at the moment, they are doing a good amount of blanket drops, and these results are going to be out there for you to know what the results are and how that will help you to build your business and let you know what your new person can expect. What I will say is the results are really, really exciting, as we can all see by the overall results. We're another best month for VivaMK. Well done, everybody. Thanks very much. And it is wine time. Good night. Sorry it went too long.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. Well appreciated. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. See you all next week. My dogs have started barking because they're excited. I've raised my voice an octave. Right, see you all the next Zoom. Thanks so much to everybody who participated. Well done, you guys. Really proud of you all. I'm going to end the meeting for all. See you all later. Thank you.